What's good, Trey? Welcome in, Cuzzo. I'll start this thing up.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Who wants to be a millionaire? Who wants to be a millionaire? Alexa, 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 who wants to be a millionaire? Alexa.
What's going on, everybody? Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we back. And we back, and we back, and we back. Turn off the mic echo real quick. What's going on, everybody? My name is Adrian Shepard, host of Your Time In podcast. I just wanted to hop on real quick. It's been a long time since I've done one. Last one I did was Latinx Gaming. That was at the end of March. So it went a little bit further than expected, but I'm back. Hopefully, you're here and tuned in and ready to rock out. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, today's topic, honestly, I just wanted to get on and just kick it with y'all for a little bit and talk to y'all about my day and then allow y'all to talk on the topic as well. But I went to a conference today, um, representing my job. It's not even like my main focus at work, but I went anyway. And the people who's in a different office, like altogether, it's their main focus. They didn't even come, so I was solo dolo, which is good, you know. And I was looking forward to networking. There was even a networking lunch and all this great stuff. So we had some great topics to be, that they were going to cover. I was there to learn, so I was going to learn a lot of information. The problem kind of rolled in though when nobody else that I knew showed up, and I don't know if y'all ever been in a conference, right? You show up early, you kind of shake hands with whoever's hosting the conference or their greeters, so you meet the people that's supposed to kind of engage you, welcome you, kind of give you that good vibe energy, get you seated so that you can enjoy whatever it is that's about to be presented or whatever. So, you get there, and those are usually the first people you interact with, right? Then you sit down, then they do, the intro, then they get on the topics. And today they had a panel, really good facilitated conversation. I've never seen it done like this before, at least in the government, where they had a panel, and next to the panel they had a moderator, and the moderator was there, and he was just, he was talking and facilitating the conversation. It was beautifully done. Had the questions without prompts or nothing like that. They have a green room at the conference I went to, so I guess they prepped in a green room. You could tell that they were ready for the conversation, so kudos to them. But I say all that to say, yo, why during the scheduled time for networking, which was lunch, did everybody sit with the people that they came with? That joint is so crazy to me. And I never really you never really pay attention to it if you have people that you're with. But like I said, I was rocking solo dolo, so I was actually looking forward to the networking lunch, because as I grow older, I think I would grow more comfortable. What's up, Will? As I grow older, I grow more comfortable. The subject is making friends as an adult, and if it really is as difficult as it seems, you know what I'm saying? So I was just saying, basically, I went to a conference today, and they had a scheduled networking lunch, and I was excited to be at the scheduled networking lunch. But then I ended up, I even so check it. I even sat at a table where two other people were sitting. Okay, so I went out of my way, out of my comfort zone, sat at a table with two other people, and they continue, even said, "Hey, do you mind if I sit here? I'm at the conference, it's lunchtime. Just, I just wanted to, I didn't want to sit by myself. I was trying to get to know new people." They said, "Oh, hey, da da da," told me to come in here with her, and then went right back to talking to each other. So now they talking business at a networking lunch. You know what I mean? Don't be that person, by the way. If you're that person, don't be that person. What's good? If you're in the chat, just go ahead and say hello. If you're joining on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, let me know what network you're on. I can see the chats from all three. But yeah, so then I started thinking, as I'm eating lunch by myself, bro. I'm eating lunch by myself, but I'm sitting with two other people. Wow. So I started noticing that everybody that's sitting together inside of the auditorium, inside of the training, they was all sitting together having lunch. So, there's a couple perspectives you can look at that from. So one of the perspectives is everybody, maybe they don't get to eat lunch with each other all the time, or you work with people, but that don't mean you fuck with people. You know what I mean? So maybe the boss was like, "Hey, this is a team building event." I don't know. It was 40 people at this conference. But I don't know if that was the case. Okay, cool. I got that, but it's a networking lunch. So riddle me that. But so I sat next to these two people. I engaged, which is what you're supposed to do. I engaged. I said why I was there so they wouldn't think like, oh, okay, well maybe he works in this building or like whatever. I engaged them. They engaged me for like whoop. And as soon as they like introduced themselves and they're like, oh yeah, we're here too, they went right back to talking work. Talking work at a networking event. No, no. With your coworkers. Now you can like, if you networking with people, you could tell them like, hey, this is what I do, this is, where I work or whatever. But it was crazy. So what I ended up doing was eating by myself. The food was banging, so it was all right. But like I was ready to go because you gonna get a lot from the workshop. But hopefully, like what I was planning to take away from the workshop, because again, it's not my main focus. It was like, so what I was trying to take away from the workshop was networking and developing, community and subject matter experts that I can reach out to so we can function together better and I can be better at my job and maybe I can help them be better at theirs, right? And that's what you do at networking. It was literally a networking lunch. Um, but I say that to say like I started thinking like, yo, it's hard as shit to make friends as adults. And not like, playground friends. Like I'm talking like genuine like friendships, like you know what I mean? Like even just to start the conversation, like we all have our circles that like I was watching YouTube. I'm telling you, this was heavy on me, so I started watching YouTube. But I was literally researching this stuff on YouTube, and it's like it's a whole bunch of people that don't look like me that have made a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and then there's some people that look like me that made some YouTube videos, and I took a chance. Hey Kenny, what's up? Thanks for subscribing. Um, I took a chance and I was watching their videos too, and I was just having a hard time relating to it because like they say like one of the steps of making friends is like go to an event or something like that you consider a hobby and you go around like-minded people or whatever. So I'm at that event. I did that thing and I engaged, which is another step that you're supposed to do. I'm gonna read the 8 steps from Better Up, which is a mental health company. I'm gonna read those in a minute. But like I did everything I was supposed to do, and fast forward, it didn't matter because everybody else didn't engage me. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make nobody be a friend or nothing like that. But I just started thinking like, yo, it's hard to make friends as an adult. So Will said my leadership conference I went to had clubs that were mandatory for the 7 day networking conference to pull others out of their comfort zones. I had something like that. Okay, yeah, bet. See, like so when it's intentional, I feel like when it's intentional, you can get it done. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Like maybe it gets done, but it's not guaranteed because that was something over time. So like, Will, what do you do when it's you literally have an hour and a half? Like, how do you expand your circle and you only have an hour and a half? You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's at the event has to be willing to do the same thing, or it's not gonna have the same result. You feel me? So like, I was just thinking like, as a kid, you go to usually your first friends are people in your neighborhood, are people that you're always around, right? So like, as a kid, you in school, you be like, hey, let's play, and then you bond over the playing, and then you go to the same school. So maybe from kindergarten to fifth grade, you all you all do the same thing, and maybe your parents then become friends, and then you are forced to like go to birthday parties, and you develop community without even thinking about like, yo, you developing community. So let's say one of the biggest trials is just trying to get people outside. Yeah, it's just true. Like you got to get people outside of their comfort zone, and like sometimes icebreakers do that, and there's things in communities that do that, but it's still up to the two individuals to willingly engage in the conversation. The most likely place for it to happen is an event where y'all have a shared common interest. Like I agree with that. Yeah, as an adult, it's tough to break those barriers, right? So like I feel like the conversation has to lead to the breaking of the barrier. It worked the resort is broken up to max free time, golf course, bars, water park, hiking. There was a limit to how long you could be in the dorms. Bet. So yeah, see, like I feel like whoever planned that event that you went to, which was a leadership conference, it was designed for you to do that. So I think, oh y'all playing around with Pando? I mean the dog. That's what's up. The dog's name is Warrior. If you go to my Twitch channel, you can interact with the dog. You can pet them, give them food, all that. It's free. You know, interact with them, keep the man busy. Um, so it's like, but if it's not intentionally designed that the way it will, it's kind of hard to navigate it, and that's one of the things that like I just feel like you got to have a conversation about it because it's not that I don't have friends. Like I have my social circles. I have friends that I grew up with. I have friends um, that are like family, and then I have like friends that I met at various stages of my life. Then I have friends that I bond with at work. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as good friends, I do keep that social circle kind of tight. But networking wise, you know, I want it to be bigger. And like so, one of the things too is I had friends when I was in um, before I went to Germany, and then you know, I like friends that you meet in your career, and then those friends have went on and passed up and done like better things or like just switched careers or like you know moved on and retention of the friendship is kind of hard, you know. And that's something else that nobody really talks about is um it's a two-way street, but sometimes life kind of takes you on a J turn, and it's up to you guys to like still maintain and foster that. I'll be the first person to admit like I'm not the best at communication when it comes to that. So that's those are some things I'm still like learning to navigate and still navigating. Um, but yeah, that's like it's crazy to me that uh, it's as new as things is. It's crazy to me that you know it's kind of hard to still make that a real supporter. Thank you, Avion Don. Thank you. How you doing? First time chatter. Avion, you ain't been in here before. Akeisha Sage, thank you. Nerd Heart, thank you. Uh, Thank you, first time chatters. Appreciate y'all being in here. Peaches, 18200. Thank you. If y'all just joining the channel, my name is Adrian Shepard. I am the host of Your Time In Podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you being here today. Peaches, thank you for being here. I know you said that. SB, what's goody? I was trying to check your stream, man, but I had to go live, brother. It was a little wild. Just Slacker, Will, thank you for coming in. D Sassy Gamer. I hope this is not a raid because I sure didn't get a raid alert. I haven't had a need to get. Yeah, ABI, yo, I appreciate you coming through though. D Sassy, thank you for coming through. Everybody who's coming through. Again, my name is Adrian Shepard. I'm the host of Your Time In Podcast. It's a podcast about checking back in your life. So what we do on this channel is we try to have conversations with real people that have been through real life situations that have unpaused their life to accomplish their goals. And the hopes is that if you're in here and you listening, you too will unpause your life and go get after it. And hopefully there's like a like similar goal or whatever. But I be in the Twitch streets all the time, so I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me. Today's conversation is about making friends as adults. So I feel like a lot of the time what we don't do well as adults that we did do well as children is making friends and like stepping out of your comfort zone to kind of build network. I'm real big on networking, and I was telling everybody that was in here earlier that I went to a workshop today and ended up eating lunch by myself, even though I was sitting with two other people from the workshop and introduced myself, stepped out of my comfort zone and everything like that. But let me catch up on the chat real quick. Just like a Will, thank you for coming in. Triple and Nova, thank you for coming in. Nikki, thank you for coming in. Head Reaper, Remy, thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. Head Reaper, thank you for coming in the chat. Had to make them friends. Mate, let's go. Yeah, I feel like you do got to make friends. It's a two-way street, though. Head Reaper, would you say that it's harder now? Or would you say that it's easier now that you're an adult because you know what you want? Because that's another side of the argument. What's going on, Rita? Thank you for joining. Thank you all for being first-time chatters in the chat. Appreciate y'all being in here. Appreciate the love. Thank you, SB. Hey, what's going on? So, question to y'all that's just joining: Do you feel like it's easier to make friends now? And like now that you're your genuine self, like you the best you ever been, and you out here increasing your circle. I know you probably narrowing your circle, right? Because if you're the best you ever been, you want like-minded people. You want people that's gonna support you. You want people that's gonna be critical of you too, because you need that to motivate you. But as far as how do you expand? So like, let's just don't even make friends. Like, how do you increase your network to get to where you want to go? So you say you know what you want is easier now. So do you engage in the conversation first, or do you what do you do to like kind of engage in that to like set it up? Let me go back to see what Will said. So oh shoot, wrong chat. Easier now, definitely. Bet. Okay. Bro, let me give y'all my situation, right? So if I was at a conference today, and at that conference, I sat next to people during the networking lunch. I sat next to people. I introduced myself. They introduced themselves. They went back to talking to work, right? So we never actually exchanged networking things, names, phone numbers, professions. The only thing we did was like place of employment. So how then would I have kept them engaged if they kept in their circle and didn't truly open up to like what the conversation could be? I look at what's happening in the area you are in. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think so. Oh, Rita, as in Loretta. Retta. Sorry, Retta. Hey, and you even did the drawn out. Hey, that's my bad. Thank you for the correction, though. I take correction very well. It might be a little harder because you have to get over the nerves and finding that common ground. Whereas a child can be playing with toys together. Yeah, bet. Yeah. Sorry, Retta. I feel bad now. I don't even know why I said Rita. That's my mistake. I own that. They just wanted to work talk, not networking talk. Bet, but Harry, but they wanted to work talk with each other, not even work talk with me, because I could have talked shop with them, but they were talking a problem that was unique to their situation, and they went back to facing each other. So y'all know body language, right? So like, if I'm here, they like turn like this. They like, oh hey yeah yeah, and then they went right back. They didn't. Now it's a table. It's 6 seats at the table. I sat right next to them, Jones. So let's see, cliche. I think it's easier because I can choose who I want to make my friend. When I was a kid, it was forced because school or my mom's circle. Yep, yep. I think you have more freedom of choice. To Retta's point though, as a child, like if you develop that friendship on your own in school or like church or rec sports or something like that, I think it was easier. I think now you can get better friends because you know who you are and you can present yourself how you want to present yourself. So I feel like as you get older, your friendship should be tighter, but I don't think it's easier. Don't feel bad, Yo, I think you should just have that on copy and paste so you can just correct people. Yeah, they did not care to network then. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. It really like what it did was it really caused me to sit down and think uh what is it that makes it, or like where is friendships now. I have friends that like I've been rocking with my whole I have friends that I've been rocking with my whole life, but um where I'm at now, I live in Virginia, and I just moved back here from Germany. And it's like I noticed that like the circles that I was rocking with before I went to Germany, they kind of advanced and they doing different things. And kudos to them. Bad on me, I haven't really reached out. I haven't made time. I've been focusing on spending time with my kids and my family. But you got to make time for yourself. And so like I was just thinking the other day, like it's a social circle. I've been putting it off for a minute. Um, but I think I'm gonna give it a shot just to get out there and like just start interacting with people again outside of my normal set of friends who don't even live in this state. To be honest with you, like I was thinking the other day, like yo, I want to go axe throwing. They're like, who the hell you gonna go axe throwing with? You know what I mean? I got a fraternity brother that live in DC that I don't do a good job of reaching out to. I got multiple fraternity brothers that live in the area that I don't really do a good job of reaching out to too. So that's on me. But it's one of those things like you still got to find that common ground and that interest and view it differently. Don't let it get you down. It didn't get me down, trust me. It's just what it did was it just made me think. Like honestly, it just put me in critical thinking mode. Like honestly, if people don't want to rock with me, I don't want to rock with you. So like it didn't hurt my feelings, but it was just one of them things. Like dang, like how many times do people interact this, and is anybody else that interacts this, and can I have a conversation about it? Which is what I wanted to do tonight. Is like have a conversation about it, just so that if somebody is experiencing that, like we could just talk about it. Um, They were not there for whatever network luncheon that was. They didn't stop working yet to even be engaged in the first place. Hello. What's going on? Hey, Christina. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you being here, sis. That's my sister, y'all. Um, but yeah, so it's like one of them things, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, yeah, well, you're right. Like they didn't stop the networking to network, but I think it's just like situations like, do y'all do this? Like I randomly talk to people, like not in like a creepy way. Like let's just go ahead and preface that joint, but like I randomly do like interact and engage with people, and like I'm a coach, so I'm not shot at no conversation. Like a guy told me today, he was like, "Yo, I like your. I have a laptop bag that's coach." He was like, "Yo, I like your bag." I'm like, "I appreciate that. Like, what made you notice it?" And he told me, and I like we started talking. So like, I'm not a stranger to that stuff. So like, I feel comfortable in that environment. But like, is that something y'all do too? Because I feel like you never meet somebody. Like, you could meet the coolest person, or you could have met the coolest person, but you don't take an opportunity to step out of your comfort zone to meet that person. And I feel like that's the difference between being an adult and being a child, having that kind of play as a child. And you have that no filter. Y'all know if y'all got kids, they ain't got no filter. They call you out on the, like, you be like, oh, yeah, I made that slam dunk yesterday. You could be like, we only got a basketball goal. You feel me? Like, you really just go throw that out? Like, Daddy just said he slam dunked that. They don't know that we ain't got no basketball. And the kids be like, yo, we ain't got no basketball goal, Daddy. What you slam dunking? First of all, I ain't slam dunking nothing. But so yeah, it is. So Head Reaper, you be out there making friends. It's dope. Like you meet some cool people. Like I met somebody at work. She just told me about. I had been following these two people on Instagram. Didn't know nothing about them. Like kind of followed them. Don't know them personally. And somebody I work with, she found my coaching page, and she was like, "Yo, I got these people that I think you should network with." And I'm like, "Cool." She started describing them. I'm like, "I follow them on Instagram." So it's like unless you open to have conversations like that, you never can connect. You know what I'm saying? Mine would definitely call you. Yeah, them kids is ruthless, boy. But it can be hard. But then you go and like what you find. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is. I mean, it could be hard, but like I'm saying, there's benefits of being an adult as well. I know y'all. Like honestly, if you don't haven't taken a look around you to evaluate your friends, like your friendships that you already have, if they not having an impact on your life, it might be time to like, you know what I mean, reevaluate or re-engage, and see what's good. Like all my friends in my close circle, I honestly say that we push each other to be great. You know what I'm saying? And we support each other like through thick and thin. But it is what it is. Hey, if you're tuning in, go ahead and put what stream you're tuning in from, or what social network you're tuning in from. I got the multi-stream chat up, so just let everybody know what social media channel you rock with the most. So I got Instagram. I'm sorry, I got YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live all going at the same time. I know y'all can only see each other's chats through the chat box right up here, so we got that up and live. If you're new to the channel, thank you for being here. SB told me to come to you. Hey, SB is a goat. I'm glad he put his hair back down though. You know what I'm saying? I was missing the long curls. I don't know what he was doing on his streamversary, but nah, bring back the curls. Um, are you on Twitch? SB1987. That's good, people, y'all. He's a Twitch partner. I'm a part of his Twitch stream team actually. And I know I met SB through the pull up game. I think he might still be live. But he wild, he crazy. I don't even think. See, I gotta fix my commands and everything. My bad. But shout out to SB. That's his at right there. I don't know why my bots is not doing everything like that. Give him a follow, y'all. Go out there, support his channel. That joker is wild. He crazy. He funny, but he good people. And he's a big proponent of networking, and he's down to help people. And I rock with that wholeheartedly. So if y'all get some chance, go support him. I appreciate him for supporting me. He ain't gotta do stuff like that, but I appreciate that he did. Got some first time chatters in here. Glad y'all in here. Um, you on YouTube, Cliff? Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is, you know, bump all this crap about just doing Twitch. I want to reach everybody where they are anyways with the podcast. And when I have guests on here, I want they friends and they following to be able to watch without having to go make a Twitch channel or something like that. So I think I'm gonna go back to my original model and just be live on all the platforms and actually just help people intermingle. You know what I'm saying? Until I reach a point where I got to make a decision, and then I still won't make a decision because that's not what I want to do with my business model. So, Henry, bro, I appreciate you. That you're a real one though for coming through, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming through from SB's channel as well. Um, and everybody that's in here, all 10 of y'all got warriors. I got the little pup in here. That's warrior too. But the reason why I say warriors is like I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie The Warriors back in the day. Warriors come out and play. Warriors. Um, that's one of my favorite movies. But honestly, I call everybody that is a part of the community a goal warrior because hopefully you have a vision of somewhere that you want to go. And my plan is to help you get there. You good, mate? Been trying to meet new people too. Hey, welcome in, man. It don't take much but a conversation. I appreciate you being active. You here? I rock with you. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and give you this follow real quick. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Are you? Do you stream? And you said mate. So where are you from? You said mate, and then I think you said something else too that kind of got me thinking like maybe international vibes. I rock with it though. Shoot, well, man, I'm a small dog in a big world, man. That's what I figured out the other day. You in the U.S.? Oh, so you just call people mate? All right, bet. I appreciate that. I thought maybe, man, I just came back from Germany like 2 years ago, so the UK Australian vibes, and I'm a coach, and so I have clients that live in Australia, so I figured that that's where you were. Sorry, my bad. Assumptions make asses out of you. So, uh, yeah. Hey, I feel you. I feel you. I like, you know what I mean. Like that's that person that like getting to know somebody through chat. You see what I'm saying? Like I respect that about you. Like I get that now. I get that feeling. Like it's it's a little bit more personal. You know what I mean? Like so you must be rocking with me. I'm rocking with you. I appreciate that. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that, like wholeheartedly, man. I'm about energy. I'm about vibes. You know. So Will, you was wrong. It's not Australia in the house. Um, but yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all being here, still rocking with me. So the plans going forward is I ordered a stream. What that thing called? I don't even think it's called Stream Key, but whatever it is that lets me bring my Xbox to my PC. Ordered it, so I'll be able to play some games. And what I want to do is have conversations with streamers as they game. Like, so maybe I just join a team and squad up because I am a gamer, but like for fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. Like, I do decent. You know, I ain't on no 20 crazy speed and not like that, but I play for fun and I have fun doing it. Like, I like to play shipment, just, you know, none of my friends really rock with shipment, but I rock with shipment, so it is what it is. I use mate in chats and bro when talking. It's weird. The 90s. I mean, oh shit, I'm 80s. I'm an 80s baby. The 90s come out. I'm not taking it back. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have some gameplay coming. Y'all can watch a mediocre gameplay from an extraordinary person. You know what I'm saying? Extraordinary. And then I have some guests coming up. I owe my boy from college, Casey. He's gonna be the next guest I bring on here. I'm about to hit him up and send him the invite, and we can plan the stream together. I think it's gonna be on financial planning, um, and financial literacy is very important. I learned that when I was in Germany, and I stopped living paycheck to paycheck while I was in Germany. So I was very grateful for the two people that helped me do that, and I'm interested to see what Casey's gonna bring to the table and what Casey's gonna share. But financial literacy is very important. Um, to work towards or strive to work towards. You know what I'm saying? And then I have some other people coming on. I have a photographer coming on. Trying to get a social media person to come on if she's able to. And then I like the way the panel kind of flowed. So if y'all have conversation like panel conversations that you think would be interesting or topics that you would be think would be interesting to have a panel on, let me know. I had a lot of fun on the panel. The last one we just did was for Latinx gaming, and we talked about developing community in gaming, and more so, pull up gang if you in here. We talked about, I had Yadi Dottie in here. I had Taryn Morgan, who is the esports coach at Morgan State, and then I had Caroline Guevara, who is in the gaming industry, and so I just had them talk about their like how they develop community where they are. I'm real big on that. I guess this is my season for a developing community, and what you'll find out about me is, I be in the Twitch streets. I support you. If you're a streamer, matter of fact, if you're a streamer, go ahead and put it in here that you are, and let's get everybody to follow you. I believe in networking. I believe in building other people up. There's so much money in the world that everybody can eat. Everybody gets like super hyper vigilant, focused on what it is that they do. They forget that other people do the same thing, and why, you know what I mean? It may be, it's different. There's so much money out here, so many people out here. Like, why are you holding the keys to your kingdom thinking that somebody gonna take it from you? Nobody can take your kingdom that you establish. You know what I'm saying? Share the knowledge, share the wealth, support each other. Cause ain't nobody gonna support you like you support yourself or like you support other people. You know what I'm saying? So hey Reaper, you stream? When you stream? I think I already followed you too. I'm gonna try to make it to your channel, man. I love to like SB can tell you like I love community. I love people who have networking communities. I love people whose chats like like honor and like you can tell a lot about people based on their chat and the toxicity in their chat. But are you talking about me and my shooting skill? I'm always talking about you and your shooting skill. I need to go to the range, man. I haven't shot in so long. You stream 3 days a week. Do you stream? What time zone are you in? I know if my cousin Trey is still in here, he streams too. And I wish I knew. I wish I knew why this is not working. I had to fix this, man. My bad, man. Next time you get it, I get it together so the bot will do the shout outs. Man, I'm down to go to the shooting range, man. It's been a minute. It's like I think it's because I had to do it for a living that I really don't like it. Do it now. Like I never liked guns to begin with, and then I had to always carry one, and now it's just like, I ain't really. But I'm down to go. I'm down. Hey, you trying to go axe throwing too? And I saw you. I saw your daughter was doing the bow and arrow. So if you trying to do the bow and arrow, let me know. I'm down. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad y'all was able to like hop in here. Like honestly, I hope all y'all network and grow together. When I'm yeah, like honestly, make friends in here, get to know each other. Like I said, support each other's streams. Let me see if I can do. Let me get this squared away real quick. I wanna show this video real quick, y'all. Pause. I do not own the rights to this video. This is a TED Talk video. I am gonna just play it just so we could all maybe benefit from it. If you ain't here, you can still chat. I'll still read the chat and everything like that. Um, there was a part that I really wanted to. This right here, boy.
So how do you know if someone is your frenemy? It
helps to first consider how you know if someone is your friend. According to my survey, the qualities we look for most in friends are trust, shared interests, being there for you when you need them, laughing together, and joy in each other's company. I came up with the idea that each of us should design a friendship house to use as a rubric to help us determine who should and should not be a friend. The foundation of your friendship house is built from those qualities someone must have to be your friend. The foundation of my personal friendship house includes reciprocity, respect, integrity, emotional stability, and kindness. Your friendship house should have multiple rooms because different friends who meet different needs will find their place in different rooms. When you get to know someone well enough for them to grow from an acquaintance to a friend, they'll be welcome in your house because they can stand firm on the foundation. Then you can decide which room or rooms they fit best in. For example, my literary friends belong in my library, while my online friends make their home in my computer room. My closest friends gather around the table in my kitchen, and my family hangs out in, you guessed it, the family room. What is not in my friendship house is just as important as what's in it. There aren't any black holes to suck me dry. There are no snakes who bite when I'm not looking. There are no backstabbers who compete with me while pretending to be supportive. And absolutely no queen bees who act like royalty but aren't.
Yo, yo, who got friends that's like they like when like you be telling them a story, they just cut you off because your story's not important, and they talk about everything that they want to talk about. Like they kind of acknowledge what you said, but they force you, like they like, oh yeah, no, I did that too. Like, oh, you got to hear this. Like it's like, bro, let me finish my story, man. Y'all got people like that. That's what I consider the queen bee.
Some of our most popular ideas about friendship reflect outdated ways of thinking that go back as far as junior high or even Mayberry. Like mid-century ideas about marriage, old-fashioned expectations about friendship don't reflect contemporary realities and actually make us more vulnerable to frenemies. Instead of looking for BFFs, it's a lot more realistic to expect a gradually evolving mosaic of friends. It's comforting to know that all of your friendship eggs don't need to be in a single basket and that it's never too late to make great friends. So what about your friendship house? What building blocks will you choose for your foundation? Stout walls and a sturdy roof will reflect the healthy boundaries that are fundamental to all good relationships. Only open your door for people who bring you joy and make your life better because they're a part of it. What rooms belong in your floor plan? A well-constructed house will keep you sheltered, comfortable, and secure. My library, respect,
Muted. But I just wanted to come back to this. It's a good model to kind of keep in mind is, it doesn't have to be a house if the house doesn't relate to you. But like, I always think about my circles, right? So I have a professional circle, a family circle, and then a me circle. You know what I mean? All my friends that I make at work, sometimes I loop them into my professional circle, which kind of sucks because I really don't be adding people like I work with on social media. Um, but I group them in that circle, and then eventually, though, maybe they'll make it over to my personal circle. Then for my family circle, I keep that one reserved for like as far as friendships. I keep that reserved to like people that I really rock with, who like I know personally. So so that way when I introduce them to my family circle, I'm not worried about the impact that they have on my family. I say that again. I keep the people from my family circle. I keep it to close friends, like people that I know on an intimate level. Because when I introduce them to the family circle, they don't have an impact, or I know the impact that they're gonna have on my family unit. So I think you still could be protective of your family, and it's always important to keep that mindset and to do
integrity,
that.
emotional stability, and kindness. Your friendship house should have multiple rooms because different friends who meet different needs will find their place in different rooms. When you get to know
All right, so let's see. Let's see if we could find. Why is it not showing it? Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to show y'all. There it goes, window capture. All right, bet. So, Better Up said, "Thank y'all for bearing with me." You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting used to the smoothness of the transfers and everything like that. There's 5 people watching from Twitch. Go ahead, if you haven't already introduced yourself, go ahead and take time to introduce yourself so I can shout you out to the chat. But so Better Up, I don't know if y'all have heard about that. It's a mental health organization that takes time. Hey man, you good? Hey Reaper, you good, man? We just in here talking, man. So I was just saying, if you in the chat, go ahead and say hello. If you new, I see there's still 5 people in there out here doing a TED Talk. Yes, sir. Always, man. I stay on TED Talks. 8 ways to make. First of all, the thing I think is interesting about TED Talks is the nomination process, which is somebody has to nominate you to do it. But 2, their presentation styles is so different than anything else that you may be exposed to. And I feel like the delivery is crazy to me. And so as a speaker myself, like a guest speaker myself, I just find it intriguing that these people carry themselves and can go in front of that platform and deliver such powerful messages without even, like, sometimes they don't even directly talk about the topic in a way that you would think or conceive that, and that's the way growth happens. Anyways, 8 ways to make friends as an adult. Okay, it says get a growth mindset, commit to making an effort. I kind of rock with that one. Get curious and be willing to try new things. I rock with that. So we was talking about axe throwing. I like axe throwing. I like it used to be a show called oh man, I can't remember it, but it used to come on, I think, Discovery, and they make knives and Forged in Fire. It's called Forged in Fire. Like, I like that. I like interesting stuff. But like, I like to make friends with people that, like, I don't know if y'all ever watched Drunk History. They used to have Drunk History on Netflix. I had a friend that I used to watch that with. Like, so I think you just get curious and be willing to try new things. Step out of your comfort zone. You might vibe with it. I do vibe and listen a lot. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Leverage your current social network for introductions. I hate doing that. Like, the biggest thing I learned as a parent is, like, your kid goes to school and, like, you got to make friends with their social network, which is their kids' parents. It doesn't always work out, you know what I'm saying? But for the sake of your kid, I think you tolerate a lot. You have your nose, like your definite nose of things you're not gonna rock with, but then you also have some stuff that, like, maybe you vibe with, right? But and then the other thing is, like, when I got married, it was like the one thing I do appreciate about my wife is, like, she does not force me to be friends with her girlfriend's husbands. I appreciate that so much. Cause listen, everybody ain't meant to be in your circle in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes too, it is good. It's good for the relationship too, because that means, like, she can have a friend that we don't have to have mutual friends, and we don't have to, like, she could go out and do her own thing with her friend. You know what I'm saying? And then what I do though is I do try to respect that person, just because I don't want my impact, or, like, I don't want to have an impact on my wife's social circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be an asshole and then it impact, like, my wife's friendship that she had. So, but I get it. Like, you leverage your social network. So, like, I leverage the pull up gang to build community, to go to other people, like, find and meet other people, kind of like Head Reaper coming in here today, thanks to SB. Like, I think that maybe they never stumble upon my channel, and maybe we never have this interaction, and maybe I never get the privilege of being a mate. Like without the social network that I do, and SB kind of like, hey, say, hey, go check him out. Like without that happening, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But the universe works in funny ways, so maybe you would have found a channel anyway. Tap into your community. Now that I'm a wholehearted fan of, like community development, grassroots stuff. I love it. Tap into your community. Go for a walk. When you're on a walk, say hey to people. That's the people that live in your neighborhood, the people that live down the street, the people that you see at the 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? Say hey. Maintain a positive outlook. Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable, yes. You got to be open. You got to be, people can tell when you're not genuine. People can tell when you fake. Don't nobody like no fake person. And then consider coaching to overcome internal barriers. Okay. So, by the way, did I mention BetterHelp does mental health? And they say in coaching, I'm a coach. I'm going to tell you, if you feel like there's something that you're doing to block yourself, then yeah, go ahead and go for the coaches. But you don't necessarily need that stuff. And we back, and we back. I'm gonna get that to play. This is the encore. So just in wrapping up, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and close it, but I appreciate y'all coming in here, rocking with me. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do these more often. Like whenever I feel like it's just something that I want to talk about and get off my chest and be like, see how the community's feeling, see if they got the same issues. I'm gonna get on here and just rock it. I still want to do the conversation on parenting, whether you co-parent, joint parent, just parent from afar, parent up close, like whatever it is. Like I think we should just talk about it. Marriage, dealing with spouses. He said nope. uh, doing anything like that. Like I want to get on here and just have those conversations, because sometimes you just got to get some shit off your chest. Then we're gonna have more panel interviews, more guests. I love having a guest on here and just like having that interaction, because like my son said the other day, like, Daddy, why you talking to yourself? Like, it's good to have interaction. What I am gonna enable too is like bringing people from the people that are listening, like sending them a link so that they can join like a Discord channel or something like that, so we can talk. So like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody's in here and they just want to they're like, oh my God, this is the topic for me. I want to be able to bring that people on. So that's where we're going. That's the direction. I want to introduce people. I want to have fun. I want to vibe with communities and meet people and all that great stuff. Okay. But thank you. I'm gonna look for somebody to rate. Let's rate. We're gonna rate SB since he's still online doing his little dating game. So I'm gonna raid SB. If you on Twitch, you will be a part of the raid if you stick around. If you're not on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? I apologize. I can't take you with us. But let's get this raid started.